Two cities I've chosen to explore the sustainable challenges is Portland, Oregon, and Singapore, Asia. Starting off with my thesis argument, both Portland and Singapore demonstrate effective models of sustainable urban development, yet they achieve their goals through contrasting approaches. Portland emphasizes community participation, local planning, and environmental preservation, reflecting a grassroots model of sustainability. In contrast, Singapore relies on centralized governance, advanced technology, and efficient resource management to create highly organized and resilient urban systems. These issues highlight the difficulty of maintaining both environmental and social sustainability in a market-driven urban setting. Let's dig more into the city's background, starting off with Portland, Oregon, which is a city that's located in the United States known for its outdoor culture. Portland was also one of the first U.S. cities to establish a legally defined urban growth boundary to prevent urban sprawl, as well as being known for its heavy public transportation, cycling infrastructure, and walkable communities. The city uses environmental values to shape urban development in a more sustainable way. And for Singapore's background, Singapore is globally recognized as a fascinating city for its modern architectural design and lush greenery. This city serves as a powerful example of how long-term vision and technological innovation can transform urban challenges into opportunities for resilience and sustainable growth. Singapore enhances sustainable architecture into the modern world. As for why I chose both of these cities, both Singapore and Portland demonstrate how modern cities can integrate sustainability into urban life, as well as they use different strategies that shape their culture as well as long-term planning. As for both cities are widely recognized for their greenery, environmental leadership, and commitment through living urban spaces, as comparing them is more valuable as both offer a unique model of how cities can balance a growth of environmental responsibility. And for the sustainability challenges that takes place in both cities that I'll be discussing today is sustainability emissions, waste management, and social equity. Starting out with Portland's approach towards sustainable emissions. Portland is seemingly making strong progress towards its 2030 goal, which was cutting carbon emissions from the city's operations. As well as in 2019, the Sustainable Procurement Program enhanced support by releasing resources for its city's employees to guide less toxic purchasing decisions. This also includes sustainable procurement guides and topic guides aligned with the city's sustainable procurement policy updated in August 2018. As the chart displays the emission used and the years that Portland used them. As for Singapore's approach towards sustainable emissions, as they introduced Southeast Asia's first carbon tax in 2019, this targets major industrial emitters. This tax rate is set to rise over time due to drive long-term decarbonization, with revenue reinvested in green innovation and energy-efficient technologies. Singapore also expands clean energy by maximizing solar power, importing regional renewable energy, and exploring low-carbon hydrogen. As for Portland's approach towards waste management, Portland's community is really involved into keeping the city green and equitable. About 59.6% of the residents report being satisfied with the city's garbage, recycling, and composting services. This shows strong public support for sustainable practices. By the empowerment of the residents to influence environmental decisions, Portland demonstrates that sustainability thrives through shared responsibility within the community. Singapore's approach for waste management is that it's really highly structured and technology-driven towards waste management due to limited land space as well as the growing population within Singapore. Singapore uses modern waste-to-energy (WTE) plants to incineration to manage much of its waste. These systems reduce the volume of waste sent for disposal by up to 90%. The goal is to reduce waste, increase recycling, and extend the lifespan of its only landfill, Semeco. Portland's approach towards social equity is mostly focusing on creating fair access to opportunities and resources for all its residents, especially within marginalized communities. The city integrates equity into policies, programs, and budgeting, which is led by the Office of Equity and Human Rights. Initiatives such as housing, transportation, and environmental justice and community engagement. Singapore's approach towards social equity is combined with economic efficiency with social inclusion through adult market strategy. This distinguishes between foreign and domestic labor and capital. Its social net is based on a unique social compact that ensures opportunities and supports for all its citizens, regardless of their background. This approach balances maximizing productivity with promoting social mobility and cohesion. As for deep diving of the results of everything, both Portland and Singapore have differences when it comes to solving these sustainable challenges. First challenge of sustainable emissions, Singapore uses top-down, highly centralized solutions for sustainable mobility and in its energy, whereas Portland relies more on community engagement, incentives, and urban design. Secondly, sustainable emissions. Singapore faces intense pressure to minimize waste due to land scarcity, while Portland focuses more on reducing waste generation and influence from the community. Lastly being social equity. Singapore's social equity model is about creating fairness within opportunities and promoting self-reliance within a highly centralized system, while Portland focuses on correcting systematic inequities and fostering inclusion through participatory policies and targeted programs. This concludes that Portland and Singapore both demonstrate successful approaches towards sustainable urban development, but they achieve their goals through very different methods. Sustainability can be achieved through either community-driven or centralized approaches, yet both require careful planning and active involvement from the citizens as well as the community. There is no single solution that fits every city. The most effective model depends on a city's unique social, political, and environmental context. Thank you so much for listening and watching my presentation. These are my resources, and again, thank you.